Zukradowski of WeAreChange.org here in Sedona, Arizona at the Anarchozona event here with Scott Sorensen, who's in the crypto world. Scott, if people don't know you, how would you kind of introduce yourself? By the way, this is a whole nother segment of problem, reaction, solution. Scott, if people don't know you, how would they find out about you?
I run a platform called Cryptogasmic, and basically you can find me on Telegram, Facebook, anything like that. And I just want to inspire people to create financial and lifestyle freedom, to get away from the brainwash of everyday life if you want to, and realize there's a way out there to live a freer life without all the brainwash.
Yeah, that's what's really great about the kind of philosophies of anarchy, which are kind of exemplified by these events. Started off with Anarcho-Pucco, now we're here in Anarchozona. There's Anarcho-Philadelphia, Anarcho-Portugal. So many different kind of decentralized ideas that are just popping up everywhere. Just like, We Are Change. Started We Are Change. Other people just started randomly calling themselves We Are Change. And I'm like, I don't know who you are, but as long as you follow our basic code of conduct of not doing anything wrong or illegal or trying to hurt anyone, anyone could do it. Jumped over to 250 chapters. We're now seeing it in this kind of philosophy idea of free thinking, of liberation, of self-help. So Scott, I'm talking to a lot of the speakers here, doing this segment now, brand new segment, whenever I'm at a conference, problem, reaction, solution. What's one of the biggest problems in your mind that society, humanity is facing right now that you most care about?
In society?
Yeah.
It's what's going on in the media, to be brutally honest, and people being brainwashed and fed to believe what, being told what is real when it's actually not real. Living down in Mexico, I make it a point, nobody talks about the news and the media and, more than anybody about this subject. And then the minute I come to America, I get off the plane and CNN's blasting in my face. So I put myself in the position of most people in the States, like when I stay with my friends, everybody's got the news channel on in their house all day long in the background. So that really, really concerns me, and I just want people to find a way to make up their own minds and get unbiased facts, which is why I love what you do, and just base what you do on factual information. So the censorship and the media brainwash really concerns me. Yeah,
the reaction, before we get into even that, you brought up an important point. A lot of people are so afraid to even just think independently or have a calm moment to themselves to realize a lot of these things that we're experiencing here in life. They're so afraid to have that they constantly need someone talking to them, that they constantly need noise. And this is where advertising and the big social controllers come in with their hidden subliminal subconscious messaging and just ultimately a form of mind control that exists on our planet with repetition, which ultimately leading down us to a really, really horrible, bad path. I caught myself even in that cycle, going through, extreme amounts of stress and then not wanting to deal with it and just turning on the boob tube so I could just zombie away and not be conscious of my own reality and not facing my own fears and not facing the trauma that I faced. So it's a cycle. What's the reaction that you see that is most detrimental from this problem?
People make up their mind. They think they're making up their mind on their own beliefs, but they're not. It's actually, everybody's got their team that they're fighting for, right? So I would just ask people to step back and just question, what if what I'm being told and what I'm thinking is not real? Maybe it is real, maybe it is the fact. Maybe find different, the internet's an amazing thing. There are different organizations out there where you can get your media and your facts from. So I would just say be open to questioning whether what you're being told is real or not, because I see it even in bars when I come here or restaurants. I'll sit and talk with people and they want me to be on their side or not on their side, and even if I'm not on their side they get angry, and if you don't agree with what they say, just be more open-minded.
And the solution towards all the problem reaction?
Have an open mind. Try. I know it's hard, and like what you just said, I fall into it myself. I see myself arguing with people on Facebook about certain things, and then afterwards I'm like, why did I even get involved in that? And I do it all the time, every day, and I say I'm not going to get involved, and then I do. And I'm like, where am I getting my facts from? So the solution is just understand that maybe it's not real, and maybe it is, but get various sources and just don't believe what you're being told for the sake of it, and make up your own, get the information to make up your own mind.
Don't trust anyone, as I've been saying for the majority of my career. Don't believe me. Do your research. Do your damn homework. Let's get into some other stuff. Let's talk some of the crypto work you do, some of the work you do, because I do find it fascinating. It opened up a whole bunch of possibilities for so many people, and it's really changing the landscape. But tell us more about your work and the things that you've seen that kind of impressed you the most in your line of work.
So the reason I started Cryptogasmic was because I was like everybody when I first started. I was in all sorts of groups that were talking about going to the moon and this and that, but I wasn't getting any real knowledge, and I was doing trades and I wasn't making any money. And so I went away for 6 months and I learned, why am I losing money at this? And markets don't follow the herd; they do the complete opposite. So I went and educated myself. I spent 6-8 months, and then I started doing my own trades. And I want people to understand that you can't just go and everybody's looking for a quick rich.
Yeah.
Just because somebody says buy it here and sell it there, it doesn't mean that you should do that. I want people to have the knowledge to look at emotional cycles and things like that and get an understanding of where you should buy, where you should sell, because there's no better high risk. I call it high risk. Jeff thinks it's low risk, but from an investment point of view, you've got low risk, mid risk, high risk. There's no better high risk return vehicle than crypto trading if you know what you're doing. 90% of people lose, 10% of people win. So I want people to become the 10%. I want to create a community of like-minded people who are helping each other. And the more people who are making money out of crypto and making profits, the happier they're going to be. Crypto is going to be better in the long run.
Yeah, it's like the Wild West. For Jeff, it's the kind of low risk, but in reality, it's still a market that's still kind of defining itself, still kind of figuring itself out, and it's not as user-friendly as it should be. So it's an interesting ride. It's definitely an alternative ride. It's also a ride that could be a honeypot, could be a total trick to come around and control every aspect of your life and watch every single transaction. So everything is possible here. Again, just questioning reality and questioning everything that's coming, I think, is the most important aspect that you could have in life. What do you see for the future of kind of this crypto market? Because I'm hearing people saying that there's going to be another kind of bear market for the next year and a half. I heard that a couple of months ago, people were saying 2 years is going to be a bear market. And another aspect, a lot of people are just focused on money, and kind of have it skewed in one negative direction. But there really needs to be a balance to all these things. We could get into that next. But in short, crypto market, how do you see it kind of evolving from here?
So, I've kind of changed my stance on this. Over the last couple of years, I used to be very down with the government, down with this, which I still am, and I thought crypto was the answer to everything. I think the rise of the cryptos in 2016 was all of the ICOs, right? Every day you were hearing about ICO, and there were a lot of cowboys out there, right? New market, there's money to be made, just like the dot-com boom. And now we don't even hear about ICOs, right? Since we've had the crash. My personal feeling, and I may be wrong, I still think it's going to go down to 2,500, 2,400, and that's purely based on a technical analysis point of view of an 88% retracement. I might be wrong, I might be right, I don't know. But where do I think it's going to go? I think this is the internet version 2.
Yeah.
Right? And if we look at the internet, the way it boomed, and then the government came along, they broke the legs of it, and then now we got all this wonderful stuff out of it. I see crypto going the same way. I think that it will go down, but I think we're going to see this boom again. Unfortunately, I think banks are going to be a big part of crypto, and we're going to have crypto accounts associated with our bank accounts that should be crypto banks. But, it's got to be on our phone and easily acceptable and kind of work the same way that bank platforms do. So from a market point of view, I think crypto is going to go huge, but there will be another big crash after that. So the day, Bitcoin starts going to 80 grand, 90 grand, 70 grand, I'll sell them and take it, because I think at that point the governments, the banks will break the legs of it, and then they'll come along and they'll go, digital currency is amazing, but look what's happened. All these people lost their money. Let's regulate it and make it good for everybody, and then out of that will come good cryptos. Bitcoin may not be the transactional crypto that we all use. Yep. There's a lot of weeding out to do, which is happening now. So that's why I just trade the stocks in and out. My advice is don't fall in love with the crypto. Too many people get hooked up on the idea of the white paper. The white paper is an idea on a piece of paper. Trade in and out, build little stacks, and take the money at the top. And I think once we sort of hit that 10 trillion, 20 trillion market cap, it'll probably get its legs broken, and then out of the dust will come the Amazon, Google, all the stuff that we have now that came out of the dot-com boom.
Yeah, it's definitely a new technological advancement that is changing so many things, and we're seeing Goldman Sachs, we're seeing Chase Manhattan, we're seeing so many big players get in there and be like, we want some of this. We're seeing Venezuela, we're seeing Russia being like, oh yeah, we could see every transaction, we could get to know what every person's doing, we want in on this. And then again, it could be turned around. The financial aspect is really interesting. There are some kind of sleazeballs who are just trying to get a quick, rich kind of scheme out of this whole thing, but I think they're definitely being kind of, as Jeff says, kind of cleaned out with the market going down, and people are like, oh, but it was 20,000. Well, it's again so unpredictable. Amazon could even come out with their AI, encryption breaking technology, and just totally get rid of everything too. Anything's possible here. But thank you for bringing some sense into this conversation, Scott. Where can people find out more about you?
www.cryptogasmic.com, Telegram, Facebook, YouTube, Cryptogasmic, you'll find us.
All right, thank you so much. The link will be in the description below. Appreciate you. And I hope you guys appreciate some of this incredible nature here in Arizona, here in Sedona. I've been appreciating it. Take a deep breath. Relax. It's all cool. It's all fine. Just don't believe anyone. Be free. And love yourself. The answers are always somewhere inside of you. Love you. Stay tuned for more.